YouTubers and fellow collectors? Welcome back to my channel. Now today for all of you I have some more limited edition screen prints and art pieces, so let's get right into it. First up, we have a couple pieces from the Hero Complex gallery show called Cut It Out. The artist who did it was Monsell. And what makes his artwork special, besides the fact that it's a silhouette art, is that he still keeps it traditional, meaning he hand cuts all of his silhouette pieces. So that's kind of cool to see someone keeping with the tradition of silhouette art. But anyways, let's get right into the detail. As you can see here, the whole Guardians of the Galaxy team is just amazing looking. The silhouettes for each one is very, very well done. Gamora looks great, so does Drax, Rocket, and Groot. I'm actually very, very impressed with Rocket, because look at all the detail in his face with all the hairs simulation and all that. I mean, to imagine someone doing all that by hand, you know, it takes a lot of skill. So very impressed with Rocket. I think he's like the most technical out of all of the members, but together very cool. And you know, it's just, this is an awesome piece and I like it a lot. Too bad it's not mine. It's actually going to a friend of mine, but he's letting me review it. However, this Thanos piece is mine. Pretty much for the show, this was the one thing that I really wanted. This, and they had a James Bond piece too, but couldn't get that one. But the Thanos piece, I love it, you know. I love the, I think it's some sort of metallic paper or something used for the Infinity Stones, the gems. So that's a very nice touch. Thanos is kind of old school looking in his old school comic garb, so that's very nice. I love the gold frame around Thanos as well. I think it fits really perfectly. Now for Jordan's art gallery show, he only did one of each piece, so pretty much if someone bought it before you were SOL. So it's really cool that my buddy and I scored the ones that we really wanted, and quite frankly I think they look really, really good together. I almost feel like they belong together. But yeah, I'm very happy to have my Thanos piece. I like the fact that there's only one out there and I have it, and Jordan, I think, really knocked it out of the ballpark with this one, and he did too with the Guardians of the Galaxy. And quite frankly, a lot of the pieces that he did for his show was rather amazing, so it's just a shame I couldn't afford to buy all of them, but not that you could have. I think they had 5 pieces per person limit, so the fact that Jordan put in a lot of time and effort and brought these characters to life in silhouette form is really, really cool. And I'm definitely a big fan of his work now. Of course, you know, silhouette art's been around forever, so, but it's really cool to have these pieces together. They look really nice. Alright, so I'll give you guys one last look of everything and then we'll get into the next print. To give you guys a quick look of the Randy Ortiz Godzilla. Now this is a Mondo print, and this is actually the variant. numbered 141 out of 150. Pretty much the difference between the regular and the variant. The variant has these red stripes going down, symbolizing, I believe, the paratroopers that were coming down with the red smoke, and then Godzilla in English lettering. In the regular, it has Godzilla in Japanese kanji on the side. Quick impressions. This print is a lot nicer in person. Photos from online, they're kind of off. I didn't really like the look, but in person, this print is actually kind of nice. It has really good silver coloring in the nose, like shading, in the forehead, which gives it a lot of depth that doesn't really come across in photos online. I like the use of gold metallics in the Godzilla. That looks really nice. And overall, if you like the new movie, you'd probably be a fan of this print. So, alright, I'll give you guys one last look of everything, and then we'll move on to the next print. The next print I have for all of you is actually my very first commission piece that I've ever received, and it's the From Dusk Till Dawn print by Matt Ryan Tobin. But let's get right into the detail, because I absolutely love the shit out of this print. I mean, words cannot describe how excited I am to have this in person. It is absolutely beautiful. It's perfectly executed. The colors are great. And even though it doesn't have metallic inks, I don't really give a shit, because I think this print is just absolutely amazing. I mean, the detail in it is it's so wonderful. I love all the bats flying out of the titty twister bar. The sunset coloring in the background is very, very nice. Harvey Keitel looks really good. So does Juliette Lewis. Of course, George Clooney and Quentin Tarantino up here. Then you have Salma Hayek as Satanico Pandemonium. So, I mean, what's not to love about this print if you're a From Dusk Till Dawn fan? I mean, it's just, it has everything that you could want. And I'm just totally happy. I mean, look at it. Look at Danny Trejo vampire form. He looks awesome. This print, and there's Cheech Marin. Like I said, this print in person, wonderful. Like 10 out of 10. Perfect rating in my book. Setting my bias aside for the love of From Dusk Till Dawn, because I really do love this movie. I remember seeing it when I think I was 9 years old when this came out, and my dad pulled me out of school one afternoon and we saw this film. And as a 9-year-old kid, when Salma Hayek came out and did her little dance routine, I'm pretty sure my mouth was on the movie theater floor, just jaw-dropping, because she was extremely hot in that movie. So for me, it's just one of those really cool memories with my dad, and this print just reminds me of that. So I'm so happy to have this print, and like I said, it's the first screen print commission that I've ever received, and it's just a perfect home run. And with commissions, you get really low numbers. I have 27 out of 35, so probably out there aren't more than 50 of these. So if you're a Matt Ryan Tobin fan, if you're a From Dusk Till Dawn fan, I think this print, you gotta have it in your collection, because I think it belongs up there with some of the best prints that has ever been produced. I think it's that great in person. I mean, if you didn't know any better, you'd probably think this came from Mondo. or Oddsteady Entertainment or any of the really well-known screen print companies. But yeah, this thing in person, I absolutely love it, and I'm so happy that this is the very first commission piece that I've ever received, because if the rest of my commissions are anything like this, money well spent, in my opinion. So alright guys, I'll give you one last look of everything and then we will get into the next print.
Hot air hangs like a dead man from a white oak tree. People sitting on porches thinking how things used to be. Dark night, it's a dark night. Dark night, it's a dark night. Changing, strangers moving in. A new boy fell for a local girl when she made eyes at him. She was young and pretty, no stranger to other men, but windows were being locked at night.
So the next print I have for all of you is the Back to the Future Part 3 print. This was done by the artist Laurent Durieux, and this was actually a print that you could only pick up for the variant anyways at the Mondo convention last year. My print is number 23 out of 225, and like I said, this is the variant, and it's gonna go along with the other variants that I have for Back to the Future by Laurent. But let's get into some of the detail. I love the metallic inks in this print. It looks really, really nice. The shine and glitter comes through really well, and it's pretty prominent, the amount of metallic inks in it, so that's really cool. I'm a huge metallic inks guy in prints. I think it makes prints look that much better, and there's actually a lot of use of the metallic, silver metallic, so that's really, really cool. Of course, here's Doc and Marty pulling through the town with the DeLorean, and it's being drawn by horses. So that's a nice touch. Very reminiscent of Back to the Future Part 3. Of course, there's the detail in this print is just really amazing. I love all the lighting and shading. And it goes along perfectly with the other two prints in the line. The only drawback is I would have to say that all three of the prints are horizontal, so it takes up a good chunk of wall space if you hang them up. But other than that, guys, yeah, I'm very impressed with this print. I really, really like it a lot, like I said. It's just a very well done piece, and for me, I think these are the best Back to the Future prints that you can get. I don't plan on getting any others unless like Tyler Stout does it or something, but other than that, I'm sticking with these because I really like the way it's done and I really like the style too. Alright, so I'll give you one last look of everything and all the detail, and then we'll get into the next print. Alright, so the last print I have for all of you today is actually the second commission piece that I've ever received, and it's a commission done by James Fosdike for the movie Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original 1990 version. It has an edition size of 53, but enough about that, let's get right into the print. And as you can see, pulling away and seeing the print in its entirety, it's wonderful. I love this print. I think it's the perfect Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles print, the only one I'll ever need. So I'm very happy to have this. I think it captures the mood perfectly and just the feel of the movie, because it's just, it doesn't have any movie scenes in it. It's just the turtles in the sewer, but I think it looks really cool because they look somewhat mysterious just walking through the water. But anyways, let's get into some of the detail. I love the detail in the walls and just like how grimy it feels and how dirty it feels. The thing with James Fosdike, I think he captures environmental detail really well, like more so than other artists. He does a great job of that. It's like, look at that with the ooze coming down and the sludge just bursting through the pipes. It's really cool to see that. It's wonderful detail. James Fosdike definitely put in a lot of work doing that. So yeah, I love the look of the surroundings and the environment. Very nice. I love the shadowing effect that the turtles cast on the wall. That's very cool. Let's get into the turtles themselves. Of course, here's Donatello, and he looks really fierce, more so than usual. Really like it. There's Raph, looks as mean as ever. There's Leo leading the charge, and of course my personal favorite, Michelangelo. And I love that Mikey has this smile like he's just strolling through the sewer with not a care in the world. I think it perfectly suits him. You know, it's just wonderful seeing all of these together, and then like how each one of them is different, but they're still all brothers working together. So to me, like I said, perfectly captures this movie, and I can't wait to put it up and frame it up and put it on my wall. So actually next month, in June, Kevin Eastman is coming to Vegas for a comic convention, so hopefully he doesn't cancel, because I really want him to see this print and I want to get him to sign it. So I'd love to see what he thinks about this screen print commission. I'm sure he'll be pretty excited to see it. Other than that, guys, I'll give you one last look of everything. I'm not quite sure what I'm getting next, so until then, if you ever want a cool place to hang out, talk about anything and everything pop culture related, check out Statue Collectors United, the Facebook page. The link will be in the description. And until next time, guys, whatever collectible I might be reviewing, I'll catch you all later, and as always, happy collecting.
Than the heroes for. In this day and age, who could ask for more? The crime wave is high, with muggings mysterious. All police and detectives are furious, cause they can't find the source of this lethally evil force. This is serious, so give me a quarter. I was a witness, get me a reporter. Call April O'Neil in on this case, and you better hurry up, there's no time to waste. We need help like quick on the double. Have pity on the city, man, it's in trouble. We need heroes like the Lone Ranger when Tonto came pronto, when there was danger. They didn't say we'd be there in half an hour, cause they displayed turtle power.